Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And we are underway here in Los Angeles.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Start on the ground with Gibson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Howell.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Gibson again. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Howell.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Sam Howell.
A 23-yard run.
And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now they'll shift things around.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he stopped immediately there.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
Hey, Kappa.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Herbert.
And that's going to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Crowd right.
They snap it to Herbert.
Mike Williams. He's got room at the 30.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Herbert now. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Fifty-nine. Hey, easy. We're going orange. Set.
Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
Ready.
On fourth down, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They'll go again with Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. This time they'll throw it with Howell.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
Howell trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
On first down, it's Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Howe will throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A give up the middle to Gibson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Howe throwing on 3rd down here. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Howe down to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin from 13 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Chargers 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Go.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Herbert going to change the play here.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 38, Herbert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Let's go.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, here's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw, Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jamin Davis.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Howell. Oh, and that is incomplete.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Well, mix it up here.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it with Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr.,
a 5-yard touchdown run.
and the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Darius Davis on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
That's taken on the 25. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Oh, Tito Agbanaya getting in there to drop him.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 19. Escaping the pressure right.
That is caught.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short
And now it's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Herbert on 1st down now. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Home troops right. Home troops right.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. First down, Howell to throw. That is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 59 yards. And the Commanders have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Williams brings it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready?
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here's Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. Again, Herbert. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down, Howell now. He's got Turner. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Washington. Cole Turner, 77 yards. And the Commanders tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Howell throwing for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
One last throw here for Herbert. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is.